Hi students, I am Sanjay Joseph with another video on active and passive voice. Today we are going to discuss some important rules. The first rule is voice with quasi-passive verb. A verb is called quasi-passive when its usage looks almost passive, however actually it's active. Or a quasi-passive voice is active in form but passive in sense. For example, oil sells cheap. In this sentence, oil itself is not doing any selling. The true subject is unspecified traders. So when we change it into passive voice, it will be oil is cheap when it is sold. Let us see another example. Honey tastes sweet. The passive voice is honey is sweet when it is tasted. If we see another example, the rose smells sweet. If we change it into passive voice, the rose is sweet when it is smelt. So I hope you understood what is quasi-passive verb and how it is changed into passive voice. Now let us see another rule. When a transitive verb of incomplete predication is changed from the active voice to the passive voice, the objective complement becomes a subjective one. So here, when a transitive verb of incomplete predication is changed from the active voice to the passive, the objective complement becomes a subjective one. What is this verb of incomplete predication? It means some intransitive verbs require a word or a phrase to complete the predicate and make sense of the sentence. Such verbs are called the verbs of incomplete predication. Some intransitive verbs require a word or a phrase to complete the predicate and make sense of the sentence. Now let us see what is transitive verb of incomplete predication. Some transitive verbs take one object only but still require a word or some words to make the predication complete. The additional word or words by which the predication is made complete are called the transitive verbs of incomplete predication, or they are known as complements. So let us see an example. They chose Mahesh their leader. Here, their leader is a complement. We have to note that their leader is not an object here. It is only a complement. So when we change that sentence into passive, it would be like this. Mahesh was chosen their leader. Let us see another example. They elected him president. When we change it into passive voice, he was elected president. Now let us go to another rule. Impersonal use. It is the passive voice which offers a useful way of expressing something impersonally. An impersonal verb or sentence has the subject it and does not refer to a particular person or thing. As in the sentence, it's cold outside. When we say it's cold outside, the people feel that very cold outside. So let us see another example. people hope that he can bring lot of changes in the society. If we change this sentence into passive voice, it would be, it is hoped that he can bring lot of changes in the society. Let us see another example. The patients believe that this doctor can cure this sickness. When we change this sentence into passive voice, it would be like this. It is believed that this doctor can cure this sickness. Let us see another rule. Continuous form. Like most continuous forms, the passive continuous is concerned with the continuity rather than the completed state of an action. For example, the laborers are cutting the grass. This active sentence, when we change it into passive, it would be like this. The grass is being cut by the laborers. So let it be of any continuous tense, present or past. We know that future continuous is not normally used in passive voice. So present or past continuous tense structure would be like this: is or am or are or was or were plus being plus past participle form of the verb plus by plus object. Now we discuss here, in case of interrogative sentences or questions, how do we change it into passive voice? If the active voice begin with do or does, it would be changed into is or am or are in the passive. If the question begins with did in the active voice, it would change it into was or were in the passive voice. And if the question begins with have plus past participle in the active voice, it would change it into have been plus past participle form of the verb in the passive voice. For example, do you stitch the shirt? This sentence in the active voice begins with the do, the auxiliary verb do. Do you stitch the shirt? When we change this sentence into passive voice, is the shirt stitched by you? Is the shirt stitched by you? Why do we use is at the beginning of the passive voice? Because the passive voice subject is the shirt. So we have used a singular verb. Let us see another example. Have they done their homework? When we change it into passive voice, it would be like this. Has the homework been done by them? Let us see another example. Were they having their breakfast? So this sentence, when we change it into passive voice, it will change it into was their breakfast being had by them? Example once more. Were they having their breakfast? When we change this sentence into passive voice, it would be was their breakfast being had by them? How do we get this had there? The past participle form of the verb have is had. Next we see how do we change a question with a question word into passive voice. Normally, a question word in the active voice is retained in the passive voice. But When the question begins with the question word who in active voice, it will be changed into by whom in the passive voice. Whereas whom will be changed into who in the passive. Let us see an example. Who wrote this book? By whom was this book written? Another example. Whom do you like the most? Who is liked the most by you? Now we are going to discuss another rule. Avoiding vague words as subjects. Vague, not clear. Who is the subject? The passive voice is used when we wish to avoid using a vague word as subject like someone, somebody, one, a person, etc. For example, I was blamed for his actions. So, this passive voice is better than we say someone blamed me for his actions. So, here this someone is not clear. Who blamed me? It is not expressed. In such situations, it is better to use passive voice. Another situation where we use passive voice is when the subject is an indefinite pronoun like one. For example, one has to sign the form. This active voice doesn't look alright. So it is better to use the form has to be signed. This passive voice sentence looks better. The form has to be signed than one has to sign the form. Next we go to another rule. The sentences with the verb phrase is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had plus infinitive, that is 2 plus verb, in the active voice can be changed into passive voice as follows. Am or is or are or was or were or has or have or had plus to be plus past participle form of the verb. For example, I am to do it. It is to be done by me. Another example, my father is to buy a car. This active voice sentence, when we change it into passive voice, a car is to be bought by my father.